Choosing the right business model is one of the most important decisions you will ever make as a hair salon owner. Whether you are looking to open a salon or restructure your existing business, the model you choose will shape your daily operations, your profit margins, the kind of team you build, and ultimately your overall success. In this video, I am going to walk you through the three main models used in the salon industry: commission-based, booth rental, and hybrid. There is no universal best model. Each approach works better for different priorities, management styles, and financial goals. My goal is to help you understand how each model actually works in real life, so you can make an informed decision about what is best for you and the salon you want to build. Let's start with the commission-based model, which is the traditional team-centered approach. In a commission-based salon, you own the business and you bring stylists in as employees or sometimes as contractors. You provide the location, the environment, the booking systems, and often the products. In return, you pay your stylists a percentage of the services they perform. Most commission splits fall somewhere in the range of 40 to 60%. The stylist keeps their portion, and the rest goes back into the business to cover overhead, such as rent, utilities, back bar, marketing, front desk staff, education, and of course, your profit as the owner. There are several reasons why many salon owners choose the commission model. First, it offers strong profit potential. When your stylists are busy and performing well, you directly benefit from their success. Every haircut, every color, and every treatment adds to your top line. Unlike fixed rent in a booth rental model, there is no built-in income ceiling. As your team grows and becomes more productive, your revenue can grow right along with them. Second, a commission structure gives you a high level of control over your brand. You set the service menu, you determine the prices, you choose the product lines, and you define the quality standards. This allows you to deliver a consistent, branded experience to every guest who walks through your door. Over time, that consistency builds a strong reputation, deeper client loyalty, and a salon identity that is bigger than any one stylist. Another major benefit of the commission model is how it supports team culture. Because everyone is working under the same brand with shared goals, commission salons often feel like a unified team. Stylists can collaborate on client experiences, learn from one another, and share techniques. More experienced stylists can mentor newer ones. You, as the owner, can set goals for the team, run incentives, host education days, and shape a culture that reflects your values. If you enjoy coaching, leading, and developing people, a commission-based structure naturally supports that style of ownership. However, the commission model also comes with trade-offs that you need to be realistic about. It requires a high level of hands-on management. You are responsible for scheduling, payroll, performance management, training and education, and dealing with the day-to-day needs of your staff. This takes time, organization, and strong leadership skills. If you do not enjoy managing people or being heavily involved in operations, a pure commission model can feel demanding. On top of that, your income is more variable. Because your revenue is directly tied to stylist performance and to seasonality, slow weeks, cancellations, time off, or stylist turnover can all impact your bottom line. You need to be disciplined with cash flow, maintain emergency reserves, and plan ahead for those slower months. Another important consideration is stylist autonomy. In a commission salon, stylists have less independence than renters. They are expected to follow your systems, your standards, your pricing, and often your schedule. Some highly entrepreneurial stylists may feel limited by this structure, and over time, they might look for opportunities where they have more control. So, commission can be a powerful model if you want strong brand control, high potential earnings, and a tight-knit team, and you are willing to be a present, active leader in the business. Now let's move to the opposite end of the spectrum, the booth rental model. In a booth rental, chair rental, or suite rental salon, your role shifts from being primarily an employer to being more like a landlord. Stylists pay you a fixed weekly or monthly fee to rent a chair or a suite in your space. In return, they keep 100% of the service revenue they generate, and usually their own retail profits as well. They operate as independent businesses within your location. They manage their own books, market to their own clients, choose their own products, and build their own brand. The biggest advantage of booth rental for owners is predictable income. Because each stylist pays a set rent amount, your revenue from that chair is the same, whether they are packed with clients or barely booked. This makes budgeting and financial planning simpler. You are less exposed to daily fluctuations in service volume. As long as rent is paid, your income from that space stays consistent. Another advantage is the reduction in management responsibilities. Renters typically handle their own scheduling, their own client care, their own supplies, and their own marketing. You are not running performance reviews, planning their education, or managing them in the same way as employees. Your main focus becomes maintaining a clean, functional, attractive space and making sure rent is collected on time. Booth rental can also lower certain startup and operating costs. You may not need a large reception team, a huge retail inventory, or a big ongoing budget for education and training. Many of your big variable costs are shifted onto the individual stylist. Your core expenses become the lease or mortgage, utilities, insurance, and basic amenities. For owners who crave simplicity and do not want to be deeply involved in staff management, this can be very appealing. But, just like commission, booth rental has its challenges. One major drawback is limited quality control. Because each stylist is running their own business, they may set their own prices, choose their own products, and define their own version of great service. This can create a very inconsistent client experience under one roof. A guest might receive a high-end luxury service with one stylist and a very different, more casual experience with another. That inconsistency can make it harder to build a single, unified salon brand that clients clearly recognize and trust. Another limitation is that your income is capped by rental rates. If a stylist has an incredible month full of high-ticket color corrections and extensions, they earn more, but your income from that stylist stays the same as long as they pay rent. There is no additional upside for you when they perform at a high level. Also, when a renter leaves, you feel the impact immediately. An empty chair generates no revenue, but your overhead continues. You have to recruit and fill that space, and until you do, your income is reduced. Finally, in a rental environment, the focus often shifts from building a strong salon brand to supporting a collection of individual stylist brands. When a renter moves to a new location, most of their clients will follow them, not your business. So booth rental is best suited for owners who value predictable income, minimal staff management, and are comfortable with stylists operating independently, even if that means less control and a more fragmented brand identity. Now let's look at the hybrid model, which combines elements of both commission and booth rental. A hybrid salon is designed to balance autonomy with stability. In a hybrid structure, stylists might pay a reduced rent and also pay a smaller commission percentage on the services they perform. This means that stylists share some of the overhead through rent, but the salon still participates in their performance through commission. You are not fully capped by rent alone, and your income can still grow as your stylists grow. Hybrid models work well because they address some of the weaknesses in both pure commission and pure rental. For you as the owner, You gain performance-based income without being completely dependent on high-volume service revenue like in a full commission salon. You often maintain more influence over certain aspects of the business, such as quality standards, preferred products, or aspects of the client journey, compared to a pure rental environment. For stylists, hybrid can be a very attractive middle ground. They get more freedom and ownership than a traditional commission employee, but they do not carry all of the financial risk and responsibility of a full renter. This makes hybrid especially appealing to growing stylists who want more autonomy but are not quite ready to be completely independent. Hybrid models are also flexible and can be customized to your strategy. For example, you might offer lower rent and a higher commission split for new stylists who are still building their clientele, then gradually shift them toward higher rent and lower commission as they become more established. You might adjust commission based on factors like retail sales, use of salon-provided products, or length of time with the salon. With a hybrid model, you can create different tiers and pathways that support stylists at various stages of their career, while still protecting the financial health of the business and maintaining a degree of brand consistency. So, how do you choose the right model for your salon? Your decision should align with your priorities as an owner, the type of business you want to build, and your own leadership style. A commission-based model is best if you want maximum control over branding, pricing, and client experience. If you enjoy active management and team building, and if you are comfortable with higher profit potential that may come with more income fluctuation. It is also a strong fit if you want a cohesive salon culture with shared goals, and if you are willing to invest in your operational and leadership skills. A booth rental model is best if you value predictable, stable income over unlimited earning potential. If you prefer minimal day-to-day management responsibilities, and if you want to reduce startup and payroll complexity. It also suits owners who are comfortable with independent stylists building their own personal brands under one roof and who do not mind some variation in service quality and pricing across the salon. A hybrid model is ideal if you want to balance autonomy with financial stability. If you like the idea of performance-based earnings without managing a fully commission-only environment, and if you are open to more complex but flexible agreements. Hybrid works well when you want to attract stylists at different career stages, and you value the ability to adjust your structure as the market and your business evolve. It is also important to consider your personality fit. Owners who are management averse and do not enjoy leading a team on a daily basis often thrive more with booth rentals' hands-off approach. Owners who love coaching, mentoring, and developing people often find more fulfillment in commission-based structures. Those who want some involvement, but not to the level of full-scale people management, often prefer hybrid arrangements. Some successful salon owners even operate multiple models simultaneously within the same space, such as having commission stylists in one area and booth renters in another. This diversification can maximize revenue streams and widen the net of talent you attract. Regardless of which model you choose, success always comes back to clear agreements, transparent communication, and consistent policies. Commission-based salons need detailed employment or contractor agreements, well-defined compensation structures, and clear performance expectations. Booth rental operations require comprehensive lease agreements that address everything from client data and social media to what is included in rent and how shared spaces are used and maintained. Hybrid arrangements demand especially clear written terms because they blend both rent and commission and may evolve as stylists grow. Your financial planning strategy will look very different depending on your model. Commission salons need larger reserves to cover payroll during slow seasons and to fund education, marketing, and team development. Booth rental salons need plans and processes for handling tenant turnover, marketing to potential renters, and staying profitable when chairs are empty. Hybrid salons need robust bookkeeping to track and reconcile both rental and commission income accurately. Finally, remember that the model you start with is not permanent. Many salon owners successfully transition from one structure to another as their business grows, as the local market changes, or as their personal priorities shift. The most important thing is to stay self-aware and willing to reassess. As you learn more about what kind of salon you want to run and what kind of leader you want to be, you can adjust your business model so it stays aligned with your goals. When you understand commission-based, booth rental, and hybrid models at this level, you are in a much stronger position to create a salon that matches your vision, supports your financial goals, and creates an environment where both you and your stylists can truly thrive. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode was helpful to you, please like and subscribe. Also, we are starting to build our free community of salon owners. Link for the community is in the description. See you in the next episode.